Hello. I hope you're doing great. This message is a continuation from my previous message about the mother figure who hasn't crossed over, but this is not about the mother figure. This is about the other two people who were working with this person to destroy you, to sabotage you. It could be family members, it could just be other individuals that they were working with to sabotage you and to stop you and prevent you from fulfilling your divine purpose, from reaching this level of consciousness that you have reached or you are working towards reaching. I feel like you've reached it. I feel like you've connected with your higher self, who this message is for. You've done a tremendous amount of healing. You've worked and processed through so much grief, so much shame that was imposed on you, that was conditioned upon you. You've worked through so much psychological warfare. You've taken your power back. You've reconnected with your true self. You had to peel back all these layers of false self that were adopted for you to survive in those situations. They weren't the real you. You had to work through a lot of anger, a lot of rage, a lot of grief, a lot of pain, a lot of feelings of unfairness to get to this point. And you have. It's like you snatched your power back. You snatched your light back. They tried to extinguish your light, but no way. No way would God allow that to happen. No way would your spirit team allow that to happen. Okay, you are a very special being. You are a highly evolved soul. You are a higher dimensional being. You are from the first levels of creation. You aren't just like any old soul over here. Baby, you are. You are incredibly advanced. You are a master. But let's speak about these other two individuals, because what I'm seeing is a lot of backlash of their own doing onto them. So a lot of energy that they put out into this world is coming back onto them. That's the karma. That's the boomerang, right? And there's one specific person in that group that is feeling like they're getting away with some stuff. They are watching the other two people suffer greatly through karma, through that boomerang, through that unhealed emotion that has destroyed their physical system. They watched one person suffer and pass, or is getting ready to pass, very physically ill. They're watching another person very physically ill, and they're also coming to the end there, which is a result, again, I'm gonna say it, it's not like God's you will be punished right now, boom, 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 boom. It's not like that. It's in this realm that we're in right now, the energy that you put back is the energy that you get back. And if you have a lot of unresolved stuff, a lot of pain that has manifested into hate and anger, and you're projecting it outwards, that energy is gonna rot your system from the inside out, and also you're gonna get that energy back. You're not gonna receive healing and love from the God source because your frequency is so low, your physical system actually can't even receive it. That's why it's so important to heal. And that's why for you listening to this message, you were forced into a healing process so that your body, because your body might have started to have some physical things happening to it. Maybe you were getting sick or becoming weak, or maybe something was happening physically to you. And so you needed to address this emotion. And I see it happened in stages for you. But let's get to these two people. There's one person that's watching these other people go through these very difficult things, and they're thinking to themselves, ha, I got away with it. Because they're not having those physical issues. They're not like, these are very severe physical issues. I can't stress this enough, that it's going to end their lives. Okay? It's not something they're going to bounce back from or can heal from. And that might be difficult for you to hear. It's not something that you're causing to them. This is just a product of their own actions. This is the consequences of their own actions. Okay, and it might seem harsh, but Earth is a harsh place. This is like a, a very like tough school. So this person is watching these other two people suffer, and there may be even more than these two people, because they do have accomplices. They could have people attached to them. And they're thinking like, I got away with it. I outsmarted God, or God's not punishing me. Well, it's not like God's punishing them. Like, I'm not receiving the karma, and I'm not receiving that degree of suffering that these other people are. And they're kind of like, because they have gone through some things, but it's just not at the same level. It's just not at the same level. They're quite healthy, if you ask me. I mean, compared to these other two. Or maybe these other 4 or 5. Because there are 3, but like I said, they have people attached to them. It could be spouses or significant others, some type of family member. It could be a child, it could be somebody, okay? And this person's like, I'm not receiving karma over this. I've been forgiven. But the message that's coming through is that they're actually going to receive like the worst karma, the worst kickback, the worst consequences, but it just hasn't happened yet. And the reason why they're going to receive the worst is not because it was their idea to hurt you, or because they like owned up to it, because they haven't owned up to anything. They haven't acknowledged anything. It's because this person, it's like coming through that like they took an oath in the eyes of God to protect you and guide you. So it could be like, I don't know what religion you are. If you are involved in a religion, you might not be, you might just be spiritual. But this person took some type of oath or made an agreement in front of God to like spiritually guide you and protect you. So they could be like a godparent, or they could be like some type of guru. Or just some type of elder who consciously made a choice to stand before God and say like, I will protect you. I will guide you. I will not harm you. But yet this person did. They betrayed you. They set out to harm you. And they relished in the idea that you were being hurt. They didn't like you. But yet they still took this oath. Whether it was for their own reputation, because they do have narcissistic tendencies, whatever the reason was that they did this, they broke that oath. They betrayed God. They betrayed you, but they also betrayed God. And so God has given them a little bit of an extra time period to make right on what they've done. There is hope that this person will open their heart and do the right thing. And so there's like a little bit of extra time being given to this person. Whereas the other two people, it was done. They were closed. They made their choice. They were like, nope, I'm not doing it. Nope, I'm not going to be held accountable for anything. Nope, I'm not gonna. But with this person, there is still something inside of them that God sees that could assist them in their evolution, they haven't done a full nope. This person is a very guarded person. They are very jaded. Like, they do not see the good in others. They do not trust anybody. They think everybody's out to get them because of the lifestyle that they've had. Actually, this person is like a hypocrite. This is the type of person that would be like downright cruel and mean. Mean is the word. Degrading. Would degrade somebody, cuss them out in front of everybody. But the second somebody did something mean to them, they would be like, you can be angry, but don't be mean about it. Don't be mean. Meanwhile, like really dramatic. There's an alarm going off there. That's confirmation. This person's such a hypocrite. But at the same time, because they did stand before God and they took this oath to protect, there's like, God is like allowing them a little bit more grace. That's the word that's coming through. It's giving them just a little bit more grace to right their wrong, to take accountability for themselves, to apologize, because they have been told, all three of these, and the people that were like accomplices to them, that they are required to apologize to you, regardless of whether or not you want it, okay? Regardless of whether or not you'll even listen. That's your choice. But God has made it clear that they need to apologize and they need to come clean and to be held accountable. They need to hold themselves accountable for what they did. They need to say the truth. It needs to come out, and they need to show some type of remorse. Now the other two and the people that accompanied them were not able to and just refused to. Like, their heels are done. Like, they're like, I'm gonna die on this hill. But this person is being given a little bit of extra grace. But should they choose not to, the kickback on them is going to be much more severe than what they are witnessing happen to the other people. And what's very sad is, like, when somebody does like intentional harm to others and like manifests so much negative energy in their life and so much pain, that pain spills down to the next generation, to their children, to their grandchildren, if they have them, until one of them is strong enough to stand up and to stand in truth and to heal it. And it's unfortunate. But it's the way it goes. And so, like, souls, when they come into a certain bloodline, before they come here and they contract to come, they know what's going to happen. Like in other words, they know that if the parent that they're born to doesn't hold themselves accountable and open their heart and make right on what they've done, they know that it's going to fall onto them and that it will be their responsibility. Especially if they were harmed by that person. That's why it's so much more difficult. So this person, like a lamb is coming through. Like they try to act like they're a lamb. But they're really like a wolf in sheep's clothing. And God is giving them a chance to make right on it. Again, this has, like, you don't have to do anything. And you don't even have to engage with this person. It has nothing to do with you. Your role in it's done. Your role is now to just focus on your own path, your own healing, and stay in your own lane, and to move forward to fulfill your purpose. Your role is not to engage with them, to get them to do anything. Your goal is not to communicate with them. You don't have to. You don't have to. Like, there are big, like they're not allowed to talk to you. They're not allowed in your space. You are highly protected from these people. But they are still required to apologize to you in some way, or to make some type of effort to come clean, or to speak about the truth, even if they can't speak it to you. That's required of them. And so yes, this person who thinks they got away with things is actually going to receive the worst kickback than everyone else. If you think it couldn't get any worse than what these people are going through, or what they went through as their own repercussions and their own consequences, I can't imagine what they're going to go through. I can't identify with it. I know you can't identify with it. I can't imagine it. I don't even want to think about what it's going to be, because I know it's going to be devastating. And I don't wish that on anybody. I know you don't wish that on anybody either. But again, we are in a place that there are consequences to your actions. And their consequences can be very harsh. Very harsh. Much harsher than anything you could do to somebody. Like, whoa. And that's why this is such an accelerated learning program. Okay, because unfortunately, we do learn through adversity. We learn these hard lessons through adversity, through having to go through it. Not all places where consciousness can thrive will go through this, but that's the way Earth is. So yeah, so that's the message. I don't know if that will offer validation to somebody, or confirmation about somebody, or maybe there's just someone who's listening to this that's just like needed to hear that. But this message came through about 3 days ago for me, but I was going through my own transformation, and I just wasn't able to give it. So it's kind of been lingering for a while, as well as the previous message about the mother who hasn't crossed. But I'm gonna leave the message there. Again, you're not required to do anything, and how you feel about the situation is valid. And many of you don't even want to hear anything. But again, you don't have to engage with these people. They got to do it for themselves. And, you know, that's part of the process. All right. So I hope you're doing well. I love you very much. God loves you so much. We all love you. Your team is proud of you. You are highly protected. You are highly protected. And you're being guided. So listen to your intuition, listen to your heart, and love on yourself. Give yourself what you need. Maintain your alignment. You've come so far. You really have. And you're only moving forward from here. Sometimes we have a few hiccups here and there along the way, but they aren't like major setbacks. So you're just part of the healing process, part of the evolution. So continue to expand your beautiful, radiant light. You are so loved, and God sees you. God hears you, and we're all rooting for you. You're amazing, okay? I'll talk to you soon.